So the big question is this: how do aspiring real estate investors like us escape from the rat race and build real wealth and freedom without access to millions of dollars in investment capital and start to live the life that we know we deserve? This is the question, and this podcast will give you the answer. My name is Zack Childress, and welcome to Real Estate Investing Talk Show. In life, we have challenges, and all of us. I don't care where you come from, how much money you have, or where you've been, or where you're going. You all face challenges. You all get into things that eventually don't make sense for you anymore, and you get into things that don't work out for you. You get into things that don't make you happy or don't give you the purpose of what you're trying to do. And the word quitting is something that a lot of us don't like to own or take ownership in. The word quitting, or I'm going to quit, or this is something I can't do anymore. We have a tendency to feel like it's failure. And sometimes the point is really that maybe we have been failing at something long enough that it is time to quit. And I think that's probably the most important message that I can kind of relay to you is, what have you been failing at that has led you to the point that you come to the conclusion that it is time to quit? And I think that's a long, hard look at ourselves and what is it that we can now come to the conclusion and own quitting, right? There's lots of things in my life that I have been right on the edge of quitting things because I feel like I haven't really served enough, or I haven't really gotten the message out enough, or haven't really gotten someone to hear or see the same vision that I see, and therefore you start to feel alone at things. And so, the question is do you quit or do you not quit, right? And so that's really what we want to talk about today. When you look at successful people, do you see all the hardships they go through? Do you see all the lows that they live? Do you see the times in their life when they're just alone, right? And they sit and they wonder, what is all this worth if I'm alone? That's the real talk, guys. That's the stuff people won't talk to you about. We live a life where we think that if we're going to be successful, we have to do it alone. We have to go about it alone, that we have to leave people behind, that we have to fight this journey by ourselves. And I feel like that's a message that has been embedded into us for so long, and it's not true. Even though our mind tells us that's what we have to do, it's not true, okay? Be clear on that, because when you're seeking success, you tend to put yourself in a position of being alone, doing things that push other people out of your life. And, a lot of times that's a mindset that you have to stop thinking about. You have to quit that. And so, like I said, the big message today is that I'm quitting. And, there's so much behind that statement that I think we all need to kind of rally around each other. And we have to say, look, there's more to the story than just the outer vision that we see of someone. There's more to the story of when I meet someone that's highly successful, I don't see their success. I think to myself, what did they go through to get there? What did they sacrifice to get there? What were the things they had to quit in their life to become the person they are? And are they happy with that person? Are they happy because they have success? Or are they really going home at night alone, sad, depressed, with the thought of the idea that the more success they create, the stronger they'll be? These are the things I think about when I see successful people because, I've lived those lives. I've lived that. I've lived that, become successful and do it alone, cut people out of your life because they don't think the same way you do. I've lived that. People don't realize that most highly successful people live a very, very, very alone life. And it has a lot to do with mindset, but it also has a lot to do with the culture in which we're raised to be successful. And so you don't have to be alone, but you have to learn to quit certain aspects of your life so that you can grow and you can succeed. But quitting is hard, guys, especially when you are driven as an entrepreneur. You're driven to be successful in so many things in your life, and the word quitting comes up, and you're the type that preaches, never quit, dig deeper, dig in, right? Because that's the misconception of the word quitting. The word quitting, we feel like, is letting go of something that we're chasing. Letting go of something that we've held on to for so long, that we wanted so bad, and it's not coming to fruition, so therefore I'm going to quit it. See, quitting has always been this word that we don't want to communicate. It's been this word that we don't want to talk about because it makes us look like a failure. When in reality, it's okay to be a failure. But what's not okay is to keep failing at something to where it tears you down, it breaks you apart, it makes you feel like you're not worthy or not deserving enough, to where you don't ever want to quit because you're chasing this fairy tale life, this fairy tale dream that it's all going to work out one day, and it's just not. I think there's people who follow me that should quit. I think there's people who chase real estate that won't ever change their mindset that should just quit. I really do. It would be a much easier world for them and a much easier path for them if they went and did something else. Entrepreneurship is not easy. It is a special type of crazy to become a successful entrepreneur. Because you're not working 40 hours a week. You're working 60, 80, sometimes 90 hours a week to become successful. You're putting in night after night after night when everybody else is asleep to try to figure out this business that you're chasing. But if you're doing that year after year and you're not having success, it's okay to quit and go do something else. I had a conversation with somebody yesterday. It was an amazing conversation, It was someone who had quit something that was part of what I was doing. And I remember thinking to myself, I can't believe this guy quit. Like, what a great person he was and had the ability to do so many things. And we trained him for years to be great at what he did. And he quit because it was not serving him and his purpose. But I did not know that until I talked to him yesterday, and he has found a whole new vision, a whole new purpose, completely outside of the real estate world, and he is now moving on to new ventures and becoming highly successful doing it. But he had to own the word quit. He had to embrace the word quit, and he had to let go of his ego and be okay with quitting something that he had put years of time and dedication into to try to be successful at. And he was okay with the word quit. And it took him a year to be okay with that. And I share this with you guys because of the message today of quitting. And I know some of you are worried about me and what I'm doing. And I mean, the text messages are still coming in about me talking about I'm quitting today. And that makes me feel good. It really does, because your concern for me as your leader, your coach, your mentor, your shining light in some cases every single week that you get to come on here and talk to me and hear the message and build that upon your life has got you worried about me quitting. But here's what I want you to understand. Me quitting shouldn't have anything to do with your success or your journey. It should have zero impact on your success in your journey if you're really in this to win this. That's something that you really need to embrace. Okay? Guys, here's what I want you to understand. Is I want to have a very truthful, pull the curtains back, as raw of a message that I can get to you today. And that message has a lot to do with me being very vulnerable today and me being very open, no ego, no look at me, look at my life, look how great I live, none of that. It has everything to say to you that I am as weak as everyone else in this world. It has everything for me to say to you that I am a servant and I need to be more of a servant in my community, in my church, in the things that I know I need to be doing for myself. That's what the message is today. It has nothing to do with serving the globe as I do with my students all over the world. It has nothing to do with me serving my actives. It has nothing to do with that. I love all of my students. I love every single person that believes in me enough to invest in themselves to learn from me. You have no clue how much I appreciate that, or how much I'm thankful for that, that I've had that big of an impact globally as an international educational company. How much I've been thankful that this little boy from a trailer park has gone and written 2 bestsellers and built an international brand, and never once gave up my real estate investing life. Never said, I'm just going to sell books, tapes, trainings, and seminars, but I stayed an investor through the whole thing. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for what the Lord has given me. But at the same time, let's just be real with each other. Being an entrepreneur is not easy. Being an entrepreneur is crazy. Being an entrepreneur is a special type of crazy. Being an entrepreneur is late nights stressing who's working, who's not working. How do you take people who work for you and turn them into leaders? How do you get people to be self-active? How do you get people to be self-motivated? How do you build a company with rock star employees? How do you make it to where you have the ability to not come in the office a day and not worry if people are actually working or not? That's entrepreneurship. It's the late night worries. It's the late night thinking. It's the, how do we make more money to grow bigger? How do we do more marketing that's better than the next person? How do we find more deals in the marketplace? How do we convert more deals? How do we sell more deals? How do we build a better brand? How do we build a bigger brand? How do you keep insurance? How do you keep from paying tax? Like, these are the things that come with entrepreneurship. But along that same line is this simple word, and write it down, and it's called balance. How do you do all of that and stay balanced in your life? At the end of the day, that is the biggest challenge that entrepreneurs face, is how do you stay balanced? And so the message that we're really trying to get clear today is this. Look, today's real estate talk show, if you came on here today to learn what's the next biggest secret in direct mail, or what's the next biggest secret in rehabbing right now, that's not today's message. Today's message is about getting real with yourself. And if that message is not for you, then we'll see you on another one, okay? But today's message is about, how do you take a long, hard look at yourself, and what are you not doing that's creating the balance that you need in your life? That's the message, right? And this is where I come to you and I say to you is that I'm there with you. Listen, I feel like I've done an amazing job with my family and my kids, and with my careers and my businesses, and leading people to success and helping people that want to be helped. Listen, you can't help everybody. Let's be clear. You know, everybody says they want help, but you can't help them all. That was a hard part for me to learn over the years. But here's where it really boils down, is that I have to make a public announcement, and I have to get real clear on one aspect of my life, and that is I have to quit living the way I've always lived. I have to quit living how I've been living the last, I'd say, 3 to 4 years of my life. I have to quit. I have to quit being the person that feels like from the moment I wake up, I need to be doing something that has to do with my businesses, to the times when I go to bed at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning working on my business. I have to quit. I'm quitting all of that. I'm quitting the idea that I have to be a servant to this business all day, every day, all the time. I'm quitting that. I'm quitting with the idea that who I was is who I have to be. I'm quitting the idea that I believe that there's nothing wrong with me when I am as unhealthy as it comes to my weight, my activity, my physical well-being. I am quitting the old Zack, and I am embracing a new Zack right now, starting today. As we speak, I've already started implementing this. I'm quitting looking at the scale and seeing a 300-pound Zack Childress and thinking to myself, it'll all be okay. Because look at all the other achievements I've reached in my life. I am making a public announcement today that the Zack you see today will no longer be the same Zack that I am known as, the big, happy, fluffy guy. I'm no longer going to be this Zack. I am declaring that mark today. I am making the statement that I am quitting the old Zack. I am letting him die. I am letting him go away. I am going to turn this around. I am going to put time into me. I'm going to put time into my well-being. I'm going to put time into my health. And then that will be at the sacrifice of this business. Then so be it. I will achieve this with or without the support of my community, my family, and my friends, because there is nothing that I can do that will embrace my students, my family, or my friends greater than me quitting the old me, embracing the new me, and not just being a successful business owner, but being a very healthy, conscious, well-fit business owner as I move into 2019. That is my declaration. That is my stand into what I'm doing and why I'm making this bold public announcement to my community and to everyone else who watches this, is that I am not going to stand for something that I have been failing at for years, thinking it was going to work itself out. It is not going to work itself out until I make a drastic change in my life. And I looked at it the other day and I thought to myself, there is not a business in the world that I cannot visualize and create and have success in. But at the same time, I will not do that for myself. I will not give myself the benefit and the health that I need to sustain myself through these businesses. And so therefore, I have realized that my life is my business. My life is my next company. My life is the next organization when it comes to my health, my fitness, and everything that I do to get me to where that needs to be. I'm not interested in any diet plan. I'm not interested in any magical low carb. I'm not interested in any of that. I'm interested in a healthy living, a healthy regimen, and a workout regimen that I can live with, I can stick to, and I can build upon, that is sustainable, that is life-changing, and a decision-making that I have to embrace. I have to live it every day, just like I preach to you guys. Do something every day in this business of real estate, and you will reach success. I'm going to heed my own words. I am going to live my own life, and I am going to do something every day for my health, for my well-being, and for my fitness that will lead me to be a better leader, a better inspirational speaker, a better motivator, a better coach, a better father, a better friend, and a better all-around human being in this world to give back to my community in much, much larger aspects. So, yes, I am quitting. I'm quitting this journey. I'm quitting this sacrifice of thinking that I've got to put all of my waking hours to satisfy my students, to try to figure out why anybody would jump on my Facebook Live and say things like, well, I just want the meat. What are you talking about? Like, I don't need to satisfy those people anymore. I could care less if I satisfy those people, to be honest with you. If this isn't for you, then quit me. Because I am quitting the old me, the worrying about what everybody else thinks, the worrying about, am I giving enough? Am I giving enough? The worrying about when somebody wants to post, oh, well, he's selling a $37 product and that's all he does. I'm quitting that because they don't know me. They don't know the thousands of hours of training and content for free that I've put on YouTube and Facebook to make people want this business, to grow in this business. I'm done with all of that. I'm done with it. And I'm turning a new leaf as we turn 2019, and I'm making it public for two reasons. One, so that I can be held accountable, and two, so that I can make a stand for anybody else who's watching this that's been sitting on the couch hoping one day the weight would fall off of them and realizing it's not happening. And so therefore, if you're with me, then be with me. Because I'm about to put this in a journey. I'm going to run at this full force. I'm going to take the time that I need. I'm going to go to bed early. I'm going to wake up early. I am going to change my diet. I am literally going to be shooting videos of me in the kitchen, cooking food, talking to you guys. If you want to be on this journey with me, join me. And I embrace that with you. Okay? Because sometimes we need a little help. We need a little guidance, and we need a little bit of empathy towards ourselves. And the reason that I have not done this is because I have felt like I couldn't quit. I have felt like that I could not quit all the things I had started, all the work, all the businesses. I felt like I couldn't quit them, that so many people depended on me. So many students depended on me to create the next best training, to create the next best show, to create. And through that creation, I haven't created me, right? And so I embrace you guys to join me in this journey. I embrace you to take from this what you will. Does not mean that I'm quitting being an educator. It means I am quitting the old Zack, and I am embracing the new Zack Childress moving forward. And my goal is 80 pounds in the next 6 months. And I really have a goal to lose 50 pounds in the next 2 months and then maintain the others over the next 4 months to come off. And so that is my verbal goal. That is my verbal commitment. And I'm in this, guys. So I choose you guys to tell this story to, because this is why I'm quitting. This is why I want you guys to understand why I'm quitting, because you need to realize that there's things in your life you need to quit. There's lots of things you need to quit. Some of you need to quit a marriage. Some of you need to quit a relationship. Some of you need to quit a job. Some of you need to quit this real estate business. You got to quit, but you can never quit until you've come to the point in your life that you realize what you really want, you're not receiving from where you are right now. Where you are right now needs to be a place of purpose and a divine dimension between where you want to go and where you are. And if it's not getting you to where you want to be, then it does not serve you in any place in your life. And that's the conclusion I'm at, is that what I've been doing is not serving me. It's not serving me for where I want to be. It's not serving me where I want to go. Okay? You know, I give of myself every single week in thousands of hours of helping you guys. And, you know, this is a cry for help when you think about it. You know, it's a cry for change. It's a cry for, you know, I don't want to be, you know, the person that I see in the mirror. And it's just the truth. So it's one of those things where you wake up one day and you say, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then you stay busy so you don't think about it. You don't think about the stuff that's holding you back. You don't think about the things that you don't want to think about. So you stay busy doing everything else. You stay busy, you know, digging deeper into all the other aspects of your life except for the one thing that holds you back, the one thing you can't change. And I get it. I talk to so many students across the world about this, and they want real estate so bad, but they fear it because they don't know enough about it and they can't change it. And so therefore they don't do enough of it every day. Well, that's how I am when it comes to my health. It's like, you know, I know everything that I need to know about it, but I fear it because it's like there's been times in my past where I've lost 100 pounds and then I've gained it back, and so, you know, it's just it's something that, you know, we all have challenges in our life, whether it's starting a business or getting healthy. I mean, they're all the same things. They're all commitment. They're all acknowledgments. They're all, I'm going to do this whether you're with me or not, and that's what it boils down to. So I have declared what my goals are to you. I have opened my internal sadness to you. I have shared with you the things that I dwell on that I'm not happy about, and I am willing to make that change, and I am willing to make the sacrifice, and I am willing to quit the old Zack to embrace this new frontier, this new journey, this new commitment, this new activity in my life, and to not look back, but to move forward at all costs, to find that new inner happiness and to be able to serve at a much higher, vibrant level by identifying this new me, this new Zack, this I don't have to be so crazy, and I don't have to be working on trying to be a better servant to my community all the time, but be a better servant to me. That's what I think ultimately is what I'm looking for, because I have found myself in a place of dissatisfied. I have found myself in a place of aloneness. I have found myself in a place of lost and confused. And I have found myself in a place of sadness and just who am I? What has happened? What changed? And it's not that I don't love you guys and I don't love serving you guys and I don't love putting you in a better position in real estate. I love that. Like, that is a passion that I have that I cannot deny, nor can I hide. And I will continue for as long as I can take breaths to keep serving people who want to better their lives. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. But I feel like I've lost me in that journey. And I think what I've lost when I lost me was my health and my energy and my focus. And I think all of that stems back to not taking care of my castle. My castle is me. I am the king of my castle. I am the warrior in my castle. And I have fallen asleep in my castle, and I am being taken over and I am being run over by all the deceptive things that are controlling everything that I think about except for me. And it is time that I rise up again and I set this candle on fire and I burn this candle at the top of my peak to tell everyone out there, my castle is being rebuilt. My kingdom is being rebuilt. My warrior is being awoken right now, and it is coming back. And I hope that you guys take heed in this message and that you find that in you too. That you find that place in you that you can re-wake yourself, rebirth yourself. Find the warrior in you to be that king and queen of your castle again, because no one else is going to run your castle like you. And so that's my message today. I am quitting. I am quitting the old Zack. I'm embracing the new Zack. And let me tell you something. I ask for your support. I ask for your encouragement. I ask for your camaraderie. I ask for your fellowship. I ask for your brotherhood in this, because I know this is going to be one of the toughest things that I ever do, and I'm willing to face it on head first. You've been listening to the Real Estate Investing Talk Show. I'm Zack Childress, and I'm on a mission to create 10,000 real estate bosses over the next year. Will you be one of them? Head over to my website, reisuccessacademy.com/web class, and register for my free web class, where you'll discover how to escape from the 9-to-5 grind and become your own boss in real estate. See you there.